Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. It's the weekend time. Chiefs is going to be playing Sundowns. We're going to be chatting about that in the MTN 8. We're going to be chatting about what we think the possible starting lineup will be, if they'll bring another defender, what they did in the previous Sundowns game, etc. We'll talk about that. And I also took a few screenshots of the game against Dallas, which I want to point out to you guys about what of the issues I saw in our game, just to show you some live videos so I can show you what live pictures so I can show you what Chiefs tend to do in a game. But yeah, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Your subscription will be very welcome, guys. So please subscribe to the channel. Let's get to a billion. I've been saying this so many times. You guys think I'm playing. When I say a billion, I'm serious. I'm serious. A billion. But anyway, let's get to it, guys. Look, we're playing Sundowns. So the starting lineup for me, I actually have a very interesting position to chat about in Kaizer Chiefs. And I wonder if you guys will agree with this. But anyway, let me tell you what it is. So Peterson, he feels like the most guaranteed player in our team because, yeah, I can't think of who else should start besides Peterson. So there's Peterson, and then left back. We saw that Santi wasn't playing against Dailies, meaning they know he has yellow cards, so they were saving him for Sundowns game. So Santi will start left back. Defensive center backs was simple. Ditlokwe Musimango. Right back Frosler. Center mid is also very simple. It's going to be Matt and Castillo. Now the issue is, will they start another defensive midfield? Something that did not work for us the last time. Because when we played another defensive midfielder in the last game, we actually did not function when we played against Sundowns. Because we were too defensive. And these guys they didn't know what to do with the ball. So now that's the question we have to ask ourselves. What will Chiefs be planning to do? So I think they will now try to not put another defensive midfielder because they saw how bad that was when they just put defenders. Like, we couldn't take the ball out. Our midfield is still swag, so it's gonna be difficult to penetrate Sundowns because Sundowns presses high. They close down in groups. If one thing you haven't noticed about the Sundowns is that when they mark a player, they don't mark you one player. It's like three or four players are marking you. Two or three players are marking certain players at once to stop the ball from moving too fast. And then we all know, Guti, they do tactical fouls. They do a lot of like dirty things. Not dirty, I don't want to say dirty, but like they do a lot of things to just ensure that they get the ball quicker. That is what Sundowns do. They make sure they get the ball very quick, and that is what they do. I think we've all seen that a lot of teams that end up getting out from like the back and running against Sundowns, what the other teams tend to not do is use pace against Sundowns. They want to try use the passing game against Sundowns, which we have pace. So now it's just about getting our passes right. Your passes mustn't waste time. So strikers will Tanzania will probably play 10. Modi will play on the left, Botani will play on the right, and then Dupree's in as striker. We may see Hassan on the bench. I don't think we will see Keegan Dolly until the FIFA break ends. If I'm just basing it on what I think, I don't think we'll see Dolly till after the FIFA break. But yeah, guys, I actually have an interesting proposal. I want you to know if you guys believe in it and what you guys think. So, we have a defensive midfielder issue, but there's one player last year who did a lot, who was very composed from the middle, was very composed in the middle, and he knew how to pass directly to the midfielders. Like, he didn't dilly-dally with side and stuff like when you saw someone waiting in the middle, he would make sure he passes it. And that is Dove. I know a lot of you will be like, Dove? Midfield? Aye, when I shine. But then I'm like, guys, just listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Last year, Dove, when he just controlled defense and it wasn't his natural position. So what I'm saying is that imagine if we put Dove as our number 6, like he's a defender, but that also a DM. Because we saw last season his passes going forward were very good. Yes, the defensive midfielder position needs time because you need to be aware of your surroundings. As a defender, you generally know that there's no one behind you besides the keeper, but you can see who's in front of you, which is like the midfielders, etc. But as a DM, because you are now a bit higher, you know the defenders are behind you, but they might also be defenders, strikers behind you. And when you are in the midfield facing your keeper, you just need to be have to understand what is around you, be aware, which I think Dove can do. So how I would play Dove, and I want to know if you guys agree with this. Let me actually give you the lineup. I would try. I'm not a coach or anything, but this is my lineup. I would definitely try. I would try Peterson as keeper. I would try Hlanti left back, Diklokwe, Msimangos defensive, center backs, right back. Actually, now I'm questioning myself because Frostler has been doing well. So actually, now I'm thinking for a game like Sundowns, maybe I would start Frostler as left back, and Frostler as left back, and then Solomons as right back to counter the Maseko pace, to counter pace, so we don't get beaten with pace. I know this is crazy. The safest player to play in a normal Chiefs lineup is Hlanti because he's the natural left back. But this is just if I had to try something, but maybe not for the Sundowns game, but for another game, this is what I would try. And then defensive midfielder, I would say Dove, and give Castillo freedom because there's now someone who's more defensive and someone who can find the forward players. Dove and then Castillo as the two DMs, and then obviously for now Umdantsane, because Umdantsane is currently showing to be our best number 10, but I'll say Umdantsane. But even Umdantsane, for if it was me for now, I would say maybe Mdu Shabalala in as number 10. Left wing, I would say Modi. Right wing, I would say Potsane. Striker, I would say Dupree. If Hasson is as good as we're hoping he would be, I would say Hasson striker and Dupree right wing. But because I don't know how Hasson plays, that is what I think I would try to do. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna quickly go through these pictures, and I want you guys to let me know what you think, if I'm talking nonsense or if you are seeing the same thing. Okay, first picture. In this picture, Van Rooyen is in attack. He's in attack and he's going towards the Chiefs ball side. And what I show you is that, as you can see, he's trying to press it down the right wing to, I don't know who that player is, but down the right wing. And there's already space in there opening up. These pockets that Chiefs play with on Kingers. And I want to show you that Castillo is high up. So Castillo is often higher than Matt. And that is one thing I picked up when I was going through these things. So it's like Matt is playing the more deeper DM. Because I'm going to show you something that Matt did that, I was like, this is why our midfield looks like nonsense. But yeah, that's the first picture. Second picture is a ball coming in the air, and Dupreez is trying to challenge from. But as you can see, Dupreez is short. So this ball, playing it never saves us. Because as you can see, Dupree, Potsani, Mtantsane, Modi or all short, and they will have to challenge for high balls. It will never work. Next picture. This one is De Jong who had the ball, and you could see he's going to spray the ball to the top, and the issue is that there was not enough cover. In this chance, Reyners, who is right at the top, who received the ball, did not do enough with the ball. So that's why we didn't struggle too much with that. But if it's Sundowns, it will be a different story. Next picture is a player getting in the box, and Titus now going to shoot at Peterson, and as you can see, all the defenders are going backwards instead of pressing Titus. There's no one player who went up to press Titus. And in that time, I think there were about 5 defenders in the box. I just think there were 5 defenders in the box, but no one went forward. No one. Like, all of them waited for Titus to shoot, and that is another problem when we decide not to press a player who has the ball. Yeah, that is the picture I'm seeing there. And then the next one is Traore kicking from the back. Traore was doing this the whole game because he saw the Chiefs was not pressing them. And as you can see, our DMs is Castillo, Matt, and then we have our 3 attackers in Potsani, Modi, and Danzane. And then we have our striker in Dupree there. What happens is that these guys they kick over our midfield, and then they start pressing us from there. And that's why I always say we need to figure out a way of closing down these guys who are playing these balls behind us. Because if we can close down those guys, we can get the ball more. Yeah, and then this Castillo one where they did a short pass, we had a free kick, we did a short pass, then Castillo took a shot. What I wanted to show to you guys is that Chiefs does not practice set pieces. Because in this moment, when Castillo got the ball, if they had practiced this move properly in training, a lot of the players that are now on the right of the box, they could have shifted to the left, and then instead of Castillo taking a shot, he was going to chip the ball into the box for these guys to attempt to head. But because it was not practiced, he just took a shot. Next one. So this one is actually 2 frames. This one, I want to show you that we are attacking going forward. The ball is about to go to Modi. Modi who's going to get the ball and now run straight to the defender. As you can see, in this moment, Matt is running forward. In this moment, he's running forward. But the moment Modi receives the ball, Matt turns around and runs backwards. And what you will see is that now it's going to be Modi against defenders and the defensive midfielder. Instead of Matt running straight down and making space, Matt was meant to carry on with his run and run directly through the midfield to move some midfielders there from the space and to run behind, but he does not do that, which you can see in the second frame. Matt is now turning around as Umodi is going forward. So in that moment, Matt was not meant to turn around. Matt was meant to run straight. Go straight, Matt. Go straight. And then Dupree could drop a bit for that pass, and then maybe could throw pass to Matt or something like that. Play a triangle, but they didn't do that because in this frame, you won't see it because it's more in the video, but in the video, Matt turns around and runs straight back. And yeah, guys, that is the disappointing thing about what I saw with Chiefs game. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think about the starting lineup. What is your score prediction for the Sundowns? Those are the lineups I gave. Give me your lineups. What lineup do you think is best for you? And yeah, what do you think is going to be the score tomorrow? I have been telling you what my score is going to be. People have been kind of hinting that I'm very negative. And this is what I'm saying. This is my opinion. I don't like being negative. I don't like being negative. And in the previous games, I was being positive, predicting winning scores because it was teams I did believe that we could beat. But with Sundowns, I know that the issues that we have, Sundowns is going to break down those issues. So the only way Chiefs can do well in tomorrow's game against Sundowns, protecting the ball as much as possible, especially when you're going forward. Don't pass Sundowns. Make sure if we're doing attacks, we make sure the attacks are as solid as possible. The attacks are reaching feet or into space at an advantage to Chiefs, so that we make sure if we get 3 chances in that game, we have 3 goals. That is how Chiefs will have a chance to compete in tomorrow's game. But I still believe Sundowns will probably beat Chiefs 3-0 because of our midfield. Our midfield is very bad. So that is what I still believe. But is a win possible? A win is always possible in soccer. There's no one who can go into a soccer game and say it's impossible. It's always possible, guys. That is just the nature of soccer. The nature of soccer is that we can take a Kaizer Chiefs team now and go play Manchester City, and we can beat Manchester City 1-0. Because in that game, when you then see replays, you see that our Haaland were missing goals for days. And Chiefs had 1 chance and we scored. And that is, if anyone wants to understand what example I can make of that, the day we beat Spain 1-0. The day we beat Spain 1-0, we had 1 chance, we scored. Spain missed all of their chances. We beat them. Finish and clear. Now that's what it's all about, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's enjoy the Sundowns game. To the fans going to the stadium, enjoy the game. And yeah, thank you for supporting the team. To the fans who are buying the Chiefs merchandise, thank you for buying the Chiefs merchandise and supporting the team. You know that money is important to the team. So thank you. And like I said, once we reach 1,000 to 2K subscribers, we're going to do something special for you guys. Thank you, everyone. Amakhosi for life.